On the run from inside his own
It's just a kid, our coach that look like him.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return
So
at the 22.
he look this way.
The Buckeyes offense will take the field first. Last time we saw these guys, they came
This little
out
nigga right here.
They were up to
See,
any challenge
look
offered
like
by
him.
the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, Dave?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage.
There he goes. He's inside the 40, the 20, ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. In the red area, it's Jackson. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Harris. The coverage team maintains not much doing on that return. So Purdue's offense will try to get something going with their first possession.
Mustang, you eat sushi, don't you?
Showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today.
I believe today's the day when my lady's about to start her sushi journey.
And get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get it started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going, make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Hang on, Swoopy, the Buckeye
Huh? No. That's just soy sauce, but I don't really like soy sauce on.
Smith wants to throw. Right on the money. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Give to the running back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Boilermakers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Under fire. And the defense makes a play.
Is something upstairs?
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
They weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down their own end. If anything, they're looking for a silver lining. I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
First one is away, and boy, did he put
in
that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with looking for the end zone. And
hey, my stream on. No, never mind. Y'all quiet. I got y'all muted.
Against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try.
Unleashes one deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. Bought a little time, lets it go. Oh, it's picked off. Taking it the other way. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Purdue! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And, Dave, you know, it's funny. I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do now. Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go through.
Trying to get behind the defense. Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend. Beck's going for the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had him, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll leave it with him. Turning it on. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. Smith dropping to pass. He's got him. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Joyner. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Boilermakers have this offense rolling. Leaves it with the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. And now on second down for this offense. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. They'll move the wide receiver. Give to the back. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Touchdown, Boilermakers! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Extra point here will tie the game.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they forced the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Makes the grab. It's Roberts. Good ball, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. These offensive scripts on both sides have been masterpieces as they are going up and down the field in the first. It's complete. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. On the ground, it's Rodgers. Breaks into the... Got some room in under the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's shown it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Trying to make magic with his feet. This dude is having a day, and with that one, he's halfway to Chase Young's 4-sack single-game record.
Go get it, young fella. Just quickness, speed off the edge, getting to the quarterback. You got to be relentless when you're chasing the quarterback.
He smashes his way through again. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to let it go. Makes the catch at the 20. Touchdown, Purdue! Once he got some room, it was over. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum.
Looking for a huge play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Oh, better look out. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Smith wants to throw. He's going to take off, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
It's just so nice to... be under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Wiggles free, but now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. Now a lot of work to Let's keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. It's broken up and almost intercepted on that shot to the end zone. It'll be 4th down. The Boilermakers decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out.
Personal foul. Roughing the kick. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. From the gun, the running back has it. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Boilermakers can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Hang on, Swoopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Made a defender miss. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The Boilermakers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Boilermakers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He'll bring it out. It's Graham. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Going deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. There he goes. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Time to take a shot. Catch and stride inside the 15. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Looking to throw again. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the 1st half. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Smith dropping to pass. Looking left. Got his man downfield. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. To the air on second down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw into the end zone. And it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got it behind the line. It's Rodgers. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
To the air on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. They'll run it from the gun. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Smith wants to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically, he'll take a shot. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end end zone.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear.
It's a fumble! And he falls on top of his own fumble, and the offense will retain possession.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Pressure coming. Makes the catch. It's Miller. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Boilermakers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Leaves it with the running back. He breaks the tackle. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not.
A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. That total goes to...
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing. That's number 4.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
To throw, it's St. Clair. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. Give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Make sure that one fell incomplete.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot will just do that, pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Purdue! to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Akron is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Buffalo. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give out of the gun. Picks up the first down. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Pocket breaking down. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, the quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Oh, he wants it all. He's got it, and more than enough for a 1st down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll keep it himself. Powers through the defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Trying play action. The sure hands, it's Harris. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. Smith dropping to pass. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Turning it on. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So 1st down will open up the final period. throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Boilermakers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Boilermakers.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Breaks into the open. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. The Buckeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And that's exactly what I would do, too. Why would I not keep throwing that dude the football? I know it was incompletion, but he has had a day. He's been cooking this secondary, and then gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks